Man, it's been a grind so far. I mean, camp is always a grind no matter what, but it's been a grind.
What makes it different?
What makes it different is because our coaches more, I think they steady on us nonstop is because how we ended last year. So it's more this year. It's more making sure we consistent with everything. So that's what makes a big difference.
Is that what's fueling you guys? You guys think about that a lot, how last year ended?
It's not really thinking about what exactly how it ended. It's just more of how we can get better and make sure we can stay consistent at all times of practice and hopefully it carry on through the game.
What's different about Coach Summers? What makes him
What makes
the coach he is?
What makes him difference? He's more of a if he wants something done, he's gonna demand it. It's not any like acceptance or can I do it this way? He wants it done this way. He wants it done now, and it's more of a he's more of a technique type of guy. And last year we was focused on a lot of things and that was going on, but this year is kind of different because of course Coach Summers, everybody knows he's a great coach and things like that, and that makes him a bit different. He's just more technique, and when he wants something done, he gonna make sure it gets done.
Guys, how do you see the run game maybe changing some this year? With Lamar working a little bit more at center, as far as we know he has been. And anything about how that changed how you guys block for him? And he's,
I mean,
as far as a pistol or however it was last year.
I mean, it's still the same. Lamar's Lamar. He's always a great quarterback. I mean, he's gonna run when he needs to run. He's gonna throw when he needs to throw. But the backfield, our running backs are always great, and we always got people back there that can run hard. And our running backs are running hard right now. So you can see a big difference from last year and this year in the practice and things like that. You can see the running backs running full speed into the end zone no matter what. I don't care where we at. They're gonna run all the way to the end zone. So at the beginning of camp, I was at tackle, and then come last week, towards the mid last week, we coaches decided to move Big Makai back then out there at tackle and move me into the guard just to help him out. And we both two big athletic guys, so we're gonna be able to move some things on that side. So I mean, I'm more at guard now. So.
What do you think of that alignment of Jaron, yourself, Kenny, and then Makai, and the size of you guys there would be as big as an NFL team, I would think.
I agree. I think that's the one that's going to be a big difference from this year. I mean, last year I felt like we were a little, I mean, not undersized, but it was more, the whole line wasn't as big as we are now. I mean, of course, we're more experienced now than last year, but I think that's going to be a big difference, our size and us moving people off the ball.
Because you're a big guy, but when you're up next to Makai,
yeah, that's a whole nother big me, man. I mean, and we tell him every day he's humongous. He's humongous. So next to him is just, I feel extra small. I know I'm not.
How is he coming along though out there?
He's smart. He's learning really quick. I mean, at first I used to have to tell him a few things here and there and let him know, I mean, this is what you got to do and this is how you got to step and things like that. But it's coming to the point, like I don't have to tell him like a couple times here and there. But other than that, he's coming along. He's really smart. So.
What do you think of that side of the line with you and Jaron together there?
I mean, I'm over there with Makai, but yeah. I mean, I of course last year or this past spring I was over there with Jaron, but over there at Makai now, I think it's going to be great. I mean, it's just because we're both big and athletic. I think we'll just move everything. I mean, everything on that side is going to be able to get moved. So it's going to be great.
You said, I think you told me a little bit about last week, but how does your role change being inside versus on the outside?
I mean, you always have a big role on the O-line no matter what. I mean, it's just now, I mean, of course, having a freshman really next to me and having to explain a lot of things and things like that. I mean, I know the offense now. Of course, I didn't struggle a few times last year and the past years, but this year it's not as difficult to say. I mean, as it has been in the past. I mean, it's just now more for me. It's more technique and make sure everything is on point at all times.
Can you give us an example of technique differences at guard versus tackle you have to adjust to?
I feel like when I played tackle, it was more of a be patient type of guy. I had to make sure I was being patient and kicking right at the right angle at all times and can't miss it. when defensive end come rushing, or even if it's a blitz or things like that, you have to be patient and make sure you know exactly what's going on and see exactly what's going on in the backfield and know what's going on. So, I mean, in the guard, it's not more of that. It's more knowing exactly what this 3 technique or this shade or 1 is going to do in front of you. So, and this more bigger guy, so you got to be more physical inside.
A lot of the rushing yardage last year was from Lamar, and a lot of that on scrambles. You have legitimate running back rushing. Does that make it easier to play your position and protect and do all those things? Is it related?
Oh, yeah, it is. It definitely is. It makes it a whole lot easier. I mean, I know our running backs now are going to cut when they need to cut and run through the right gaps, and just know that we got the right O-line and things like that to move the down guys and get up to the backers when we need to. So.
Okay, so what are you seeing out of Cole Bellman coming up so far as game?
I think he's getting there. He's a lot physical. I think he just playing a little bit. He's playing a little bit slow, but I know I can see how he's moving. He's starting to learn a lot more. And I mean, of course it's one of the hardest offenses to learn, but I think he's going to be a really good guy when he learns the offense and get to playing really, really hard. So.
How about
Kenny? He's a great guy. He's like on and off the field. He's a great guy. He moves like before. He lost a lot of weight, and now you can see it's a humongous change from last year and this year. I mean, he's moving guys five yards off the ball every time. I mean, he's a big physical guy at all times.
So. Do you feel at all that you have to make an adjustment in guard that physically do you have to put on more weight? Do you have to do anything?
I mean, it's not necessarily put on more weight. It is more physical inside. Of course, the guys are inside. They're much bigger than the guys outside the defensive ends. I mean, so it's more of a mooted down guy, and they're more physical and they're heavier. You just gotta know how to step right and use your technique to move the down guys.
Is it easier since they're probably not as quick as the guys on the outside?
It's definitely. I don't think it's 2 different positions. It's not really easier. It's just you just gotta at tackle, like I said before. You just gotta be patient out there, and inside you just know that who you got and know how they're going to move, and then you'll be okay if you use your technique. So, perfect. Thank you.